All right, let's get real. If today was your last day, would you be happy with how you lived? No excuses. No, I was gonna, just a straight yes or no. Because here's the thing, most people don't live, they just exist. They wake up, they go to work, they scroll on the phone, they watch TV, they go to bed, and they repeat. And before you know it, they're 65 looking back like, dang, I should have done more. I could have done that. I should have, could have. But by then, it's too late, my friends. So here's my question. For you, of course. Are you living, or are you just watching life happen? Sometimes people have the biggest regrets. I've heard them. But let me tell you something. People always think they have more time. But when it comes down to it, nobody ever regrets taking chances. They regret not taking them. If you found out 3 months, 3 months from now, you're about to die, you're about to be unalived, what would change? What if the doctor wrote your note and said you had 3 months to live? What would change? Be honest with yourself. Would you stay at the same job? Would you keep waiting for that perfect time to start that business or write that book? Would you keep playing it safe, on the edge there? I'm not going to do whatever out of my comfort zone. Because the sad part, most people would quit immediately if they knew they only had 3 months to live. That should tell you something. You don't have unlimited time. Don't live like you do. Think about this. You can become what you believe, period. So if you're constantly saying, I'm too old to start over, I'll never be successful, or all I'm going to do is pay bills for the rest of my life. People like me don't get opportunities like that. I'm not the lucky ones. I don't have that perfect genetics to go to the gym and work out all day. I can never lose weight. Then guess what? You're right. Henry Ford said, if you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're still right. And I always want to add something to Mr. Ford's little quote there. Make a choice. I used to tell my gymnast that all the time. Coach, I can't do this. I'm like, yeah, you can. You can go back handspring, double flip in the air. I'll catch you and put you down. And we're going to do that for the next 6 weeks until you do it by yourself. And then they do it. It's just a switch of the mind. You know what I mean? See, way back in the day, I had to change my circle. You ever notice how your income, your happiness, even your mindset is usually the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with? Yep. When I found that out, I started making new friends quick, because I had to leave my broke friends alone because they were breaking me down. I'm sorry. It is what it is. You know what I mean? If you don't like your life, start by changing how you think and who you spend your time with. It's sad. I heard a quote one time that said, I am the thinker who makes things. And I thought, man, that's deep. Michael Kelly, a guy named Michael Kelly, a long time ago, when I was involved in all those pyramid schemes, and I learned a lot from motivation and all that, because these guys, they'll shift your mind. You know what I mean? And speaking about your mind, your mental health is the key to everything. Listen, if your mind isn't right, nothing else is going to be right. And that is so true. Your body follows your mind big time. I remember saying this in a video the other day, that you can have 1,000 problems, and if health is one of those, then you only have one major problem, because if your health is not good, it's not going to be great. See what I'm saying? And I'm just not talking about physical health. Stress, we all have anxiety, burnout, big time. They don't hit it all at once. They creep up on you guys. One bad habit at a time. I'll eat a cookie here. I'll drink a beer here. I'll smoke one cigarette here. I'll make a bad decision there. Or I'll deal with this later on. Oh, I'll have plenty of time next week to finish that project. You got to protect your peace. You got to set boundaries. Know when to unplug. Stop pouring energy into people and things that drain you. You can't take care of anybody else if you're running on empty. Think about that. And guess what? No one's come to refill your tank. I remember Mr. Ben Atkins way back in the day when I was doing internet marketing. I was setting up a lot of programs for my local marketing stuff, and I was teaching my group how to go out and build a business by talking to others, business owners, and doing social media marketing for them or adding things. And Dr. Ben said something that was really deep. He said, no one is coming to save you. If you're afraid to pick up that phone and make a cold call, no one else is going to do it for you. No one is coming to save you. And I thought, this is deep. And as we go and the years go by, getting older is something to think about. Getting old is a choice. You know what I mean? How you live today determines how you feel tomorrow. I don't care how old you are, you still have time to change the direction of your life. And that's a fact right there. So ask yourself right now, what's stopping you from doing what you can do today rather than waiting for that doctor to give you that death note? Fear? That's easy. Doubt? That's easy to get over. That little voice in your head saying it's too late? Well, you can cut that middleman out easily. Let me tell you something. I've seen 60-year-olds start businesses. I've seen 77-year-olds who look like they're 25-year-old, naturally eating right, look good. His brain is fresh. He's starting multiple ideas and he's working for these big companies and producing things. I've seen it all. He's in the best shape of his life. Like, why do we have excuses? When you're born, you look like your parents. But when you get older, you look like the life you lived. Yeah. You got to take care of your future today. Because 10 years from now, you're going to wish you did. Or you're going to be like those great people that I always talk about. And I say, the wealthiest place is at the graveyard. I always said that. And I had people ask me, what do you mean about that? Well, I mean, this is what I mean, Timmy, Joan, Judy, Jimmy. This is what I mean. People die with great ideas and they sometimes just keep it inside and something happens to them and then they die. And then we would never, ever know what that was because it could have been to the market. Or they've shared it with friends or put it in a safe deposit box. And I had this here. I wanted to save this patent for the right time. I hear it all the time. I'm about to call out one of my barbecue buddy friends. One of my barbecue buddy friends was always waiting for the best time to start his barbecue business. Thank God to this day, he's finally done it. I'm like, man, what are you waiting on? Oh, I got to wait on. No, you are selling it right now. People want it. Drives me crazy. Guys, just like Les Brown said, you got to be hungry. You got to be hungry for it. You know what I mean? Let's get real for a second. Nothing is going to fall in your lap. It never does. The world doesn't hand out success. You have to chase it. They always say speed is what get you going fast with things. And I believe that because when I first started this YouTube channel, I went fast. I gotta go every day. I was focused. I had a whole clipboard, everything. I was moving. Didn't know what I was doing, but I know I was getting better and better at it as I was moving along fast. But there's so many people still sitting around saying, well, one day I'll start the business, or I need to talk to my wife, or I need to talk to my husband about it, or, you know, I got kids in school right now. I don't have the time, but I do have time to watch The Bachelor and all that stuff. One day I'll get in shape, but right now I want some peanut butter cookies because they sound great. I'm going to go in here and make some cookies now. Or one day I'll be happy and I'll start dating again, or I'll get a better job. One day isn't on the calendar, folks. If you don't make a move now, nothing changes. You got to want it bad. Not kind of want it. Not if it'd be nice to have. Oh, I wish I win that lottery. But it has to be, I'm not stopping it until I get it bad. You know what I mean? If you want it bad enough, you'll find excuses and you'll get it done. You'll find a way. Because when you start talking about, I'm going to do this, the universe already puts it in motion for you regardless. I want you to think about this for a second because I heard this and this is deep. Most people die at 25 and aren't buried until 65. Think about that. They stop dreaming, they stop taking risks, stop pushing themselves, and then they just exist for another 40 years, hopefully, depending on what they're doing with their health. That is not going to be you. If you're watching this, you were meant to see this today. It's not going to be you. You're seeing this video today for a reason. I don't care if it's 100 people. I don't care if it's 5 people. You are meant to see this video today to get you going. I want you to think about your life and what you want. Not the life you think that you can have, but the life you really want. See, this channel is all about positivity. Also, I want to put some growth in there for most people because I know some of you guys on here are my age. You know, I'm 52. I love living on this farm. And I think it's just a bad thing that I'm just over here yapping away. Oh, the farm is great. The farm is great. But I have struggled, feels like all my life, to get to a point where I can say thank you. Finally, Lemmy, finally. And it's worth it every day waking up to chicken sounds and seeing deer that's scaring me that's almost 10 feet away from me. I know if I can do it, I know you can do it. Had a lady the other day love this girl, Jamie. She was telling me, hey, you starting on those tomatoes yet? And I'm like, oh, I forgot. I need to start tomatoes. It's already, next week is February the 1st, 2025. Oh no, March the 1st, 2025. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have stuff in the hoop house already growing, and I have not done that yet. You see what I'm saying? Procrastination gets all of us. But once again, I want you to think about the life you want, not the life you think you can have, the life you really want. What does that look like? Are you living the way that that will get you there? What bold move can you take to make you get there that much closer today? Because when you were born, you were born for more. I know a lot of you guys think you're just here to exist. I don't believe that. I talk to a lot of people on a daily basis with different stories, and I'm like, man, you should do that. Everyone has a story, which is funny. Everyone else has always thought about, oh, I should have done it, or I could do that, or I've always wanted to. No, don't always do it. Live a life worth talking about. You know what I mean? Stay focused, stay fearless, and like Les Brown says, stay hungry. If this message resonates with you, I want you to like and subscribe. Send this video to people that you think needs to hear this. If not, listen to it every day. And you look in the mirror tomorrow and you say, okay, we got this. We're starting today. Every morning when I get up at 3:15, I look in the mirror and I say, all right, let's go. This is going to be a good day. Let's do this. Then I head to the gym. I choose to get up that early. Why? Because I know while every one of my other marketing competitors are out there sleeping until 8 or 9, 10, because that's the life they used to give us. When you're a marketer, you can wake up at 10 o'clock and then you work from 10 to maybe 5. You just no. I've got a farm to run. I got a wife to tend to. I got life to tend to. I got to get myself in shape. I got to get everything in check. And if I wake up at 3:30 every morning and get everything going and in bed by 7 or 7:30, I'm ahead of the game. Sometimes I will stay up until 9. It's okay. I can take a nap. Yep. But I know some of you guys can't do that right now because you have jobs, but that doesn't give you the excuse. You can do it. There's greatness in you. Have a great day.